Grand rising, everybody. Peace, love, and harmony to you all. I am Peacekeeper, and I'm here on my grand rise today. Hey, I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. Just woke up like about 15 minutes ago, but I couldn't wait to deliver this powerful message to you guys. Voice still greeny. I really couldn't wait today. If you're receiving this message, believe that good things are coming your way. Trust in the universe's plan for your life today. Hey, just ride a wave. Just ride a wave. You are guided and protected every step of the way. Know that. Believe that. Trust that. It is done. Now, are you guys ready for today's message? I am. Definitely am. Let's dive straight into it. But before we do, can never live out. Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks every day. Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks in every way. Feels so good to be alive, baby. I know I said I don't wake up like this, but these days I actually do. Just wake up like this, blooming with information, blooming with wisdom, blooming with inspiration. Hey, it's all in the work and the consistency though. The way you rest, put yourself to sleep at night, what you consume actually has a great impact also, how you wake up. I am so grateful that I went to sleep like a baby last night, meditating and taking positivity, filling my mind with, positivity, positive influences for my life, for myself, to fuel me for the very next day. This is how I end my days. But enough about that. We're giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks every day. Yes, here right now, giving thanks. I'm grateful to the person receiving this message right here, right now, for being here. And I inspire you to stay tuned until the end, because today's message will be very powerful. What's the topic today? I'll be talking about why it's very important to never, ever, ever, never allow anyone to validate you for you. Allow no one else to hold the keys to your confidence. Allow no one else to be the sole reason that you get up and do what you do. No one else but you. Always do it for you. Always be the validator of yourself. Always be the validator of your own craft. Whether you be a musician, whether it be you be a farmer, a gardener, an artist, a dancer, a DJ, whatever you may be, whatever you might be doing. You might even be an architect. Hey, be your own validator today. Why am I saying this? You see, as I woke up today, the first thing that was being uploaded to me, to my conscious state, was a past life experience from when I used to take outside validation, outside opinions, and allow that to control me. Allow that to control the way I feel about myself. it never really worked out for me. So only when I stopped listening to everybody else and really diving deep, intuitively listening to myself, I began to realize that I am and should always be the validator of myself. In all ways, I should always be validating myself, saying to myself, hey, you look great. I don't need anybody to tell me I look great. I know I look great. As I'm my own validator. What others think about me, that's their problem, that's their business. That's the way I see it. That's helped me to boost my confidence. This is what being my own validator has helped me to do. Boost my confidence. Help me feel better about me. Help me feel better about my decisions in life. Help me feel better about where I'm headed in this life. Knowing to myself that the choices I make now echoes into the future. Knowing to myself that there are no right or wrong steps in this life. Even if I fail, I know that it's just a stepping stone to become even stronger. Because each failure, my friends, is only there as a lesson to show you what not to do. Be my own validator has helped me to keep pushing, keep moving forward, stay consistent, stay disciplined. Knowing that the amount of work that I'm putting in is not going to go in vain. Because I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm doing it for me. Only me. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. I also appreciate you for being here. But I'm doing it for me. Because I love doing this. As I help myself, I know I'm helping and inspiring others. This keeps me consistent. This keeps me disciplined. Never do things just for people out there. I didn't come here to be a people pleaser. No, it's like I said, we one direction now, fam. One direction. We ain't people pleasing. Nope. We ain't holding back ourselves to bring anyone else up but us. Not going where we're going. They were going where we were going. They take accountability for themselves. And they would follow in the footsteps if they deem value of following that path. And following that path. Free will. Free will. Free will. Let's dive into the story. Now, before I left the system completely, the last thing I was doing, I was studying plumbing. While studying plumbing, this was a trade that I was taking very seriously. Like, back in the day, I didn't care about school really. I really didn't. I always used to, not want to go to school really. I just used to go because I was told that I have to get an education, So that means I was one of the waywards in school systems. I was always in the back of the class. I was always the class clown. I always like to make people laugh, right? All of my teachers used to be like, oh, this boy is like a troublemaker. That's me. But as stupid as they thought I was always observant. I was in the back of the class and observing everybody. Observing the teachers, observing the students, observing everything. So it taught me a lot about people too. It taught me how people wanted to be validated so much by outside external validators that they would even step on others to seem like they're right, so that they can be validated, so that they can be appreciated, so that they can be accepted. And I was like, oh gosh. And all of that being said, my first 3 years in high school, I didn't take my schooling seriously. It's coming down to the last 2 years when maturity was kind of kicking in there. And I was like, bro, spend 5 more years in this high school. Yeah, 2 years to go. Got exams coming up in the next 2 years, and you're gonna leave this bitch with nothing. Waste 5 years of your life. And I was like, nah. And that's when I use my conscious mind. That's when I use my mature mind to say, hey, time to buck up. And I bucked up. I actually pulled through for 3 subjects. Could have actually gotten 5, but most of my teachers were like, Justin, guess subjects he passed? They'd be like, what? He was never in class. That students in class every day. Get go. Got 1, got 2. The one that is so called stupid got 3. It's not a whole lot, to be honest with you. But it's just a mere fact that when I did put my heart in it, when I did set my mind on it, I accomplished it. Because I said to myself, I'm doing it for me, no one else. Didn't care about if anybody or what anybody thought about me. No, I cared about 5 years of my life gonna be wasted in this school curriculum system, and I'm not gonna get nothing out of it. It's like, not up in here. Not up in here. So I did what I had to do, and I hammered down on that shit. Now, moving out now, as a show kind of way back there, but back to the plumbing. But the last thing I was doing before, full-time nature boy, I was studying plumbing. And while studying plumbing, now that was something that I was taking very seriously. Like, it was something that I was also passionate about, because I know about a lot of the disasters that are to come on this planet. So, we would need more plumbers, we need more architects, we need more builders to rebuild the planet, because we live in the end times, and nature is going to be shaking some shit up pretty soon. I'm not saying this to rouse a scare or put anyone in a state of fear. It's just to prepare yourself, because it is the inevitable. It's only a matter of time. These two moons orbiting the Earth at the same time, hey, it's heightening the frequencies of the planet. It's also causing a little bit of imbalance, higher tides. It has off-thrown the balance even more. As I said that, you gotta blink. Universe was like, yeah, man. So, know that these things, it's nothing to be afraid of, but we are the rebuilders, we are the builders. So I went into plumbing to learn how to, do plumbing. And I was taking it very seriously yet again. I was actually so good at it that my teacher started calling me Sir Number 2. Anything I want to learn, go to him. So I was actually the student and the teacher at the same time in class. I was teaching the students also while learning from the teacher himself. So he was very, intrigued by me. He was very observant of me. throughout my sessions in his class, we even had a lot of good conversations about, other planets and stuff like that. He was talking about Kepler B9, we talk about aliens and shit. He was a fun teacher to be around. So I was really enjoying that class, really did. But I was a very highly awakened soul. Still am, deeply intuitive, tapped into that supreme consciousness. So I was picking up on things real quick, observing everything. This is why I was picking up on things quickly. So it taught us a way, to solve equations very easily with all the maths puzzles that, the system has used to, corrupt our minds to dumb us down. And that method helped me, to decode a lot of things, a lot of secrets in maths. I began to realize that a lot of our maths is so backwards and so off that, hey, how the fuck can 0 plus 1 equals 1? Y'all don't hear me though. You see, we bank all of our validation, all of who we are based on a systematic stamp stating that, hey, we're certified in this. We can do this now. When really and truly we never needed their validation. We never needed their certification. That system has just been implemented so that we'll have to go run into them to get their certification for us to feel like, hey, because you're certified by this, now you're stating something. Now you know something. And really and truly, you still don't know shit. 0 plus 1 equals 0. Oh gosh. Anyways, so one day in class, a guy was coming, to validate us, validate what we have learned so far over the past 3 months. This is a routine validate. Just to also check up on our teacher to make sure, he's teaching us, right? And in that validation, he brought an equation on the board that nobody knew how to do in the class because Sir didn't reach that level with us yet. But the equation was still there. And someone needed to make an attempt, right? Well, back in the day, this guy here would have just sat in the back of the class and make an attempt, but I was being brave enough to make an attempt. Even self, I didn't know what I was doing, but I had confidence within myself that I can figure it out. And as I went up there to figure out the equation, figure it out, I saw that the answer was simple. So I just gave the simple answer. No, I didn't know if it was truly correct, but it made sense in my mind. So I wrote it. But I didn't give a breakdown of how I got the answer. It just made sense, right? And so the instructor was like, wrong answer. I was like, alright, show me what wrong. So he came and he did his equation, he did his puzzle. And guess what? He got the same answer. That's always the same thing. You just give a whole bunch of puzzles and a whole bunch of, breakdowns to how I get it, but it's still the same thing. You say, but you didn't give me the breakdown, so how you get tell me that the answer, you ain't give me the breakdown. But it's still the answer, so why the fuck you trying to dumb it down to tell me it's not the answer? Get it? It's what I'm saying to you. Never allow someone else to validate your intelligence, your intellect. Never allow someone else to be that for you. No, because, quite frankly, they don't know shit. They're just following a systematic, programmed base to make you feel like you don't know, to make you feel like you're not good enough. They go strictly by the books. And I'm saying to you, you can't learn everything in a book. Most of the information and knowledge from school systems based on the books are corrupted. Hence why they can't build pyramids. Because the math's off. 0 plus 1 equals 0. Y'all don't hear me though. The math's off. The math's not mathsing. It ain't mathsing. Don't bank on a system that is not benefiting us in any way, form, or fashion. It's not. Don't wait for an external validator to say to you that you're good enough. Don't wait for anyone else to tell you that. No. You be your own validator. You be your own boss. You say if it's right or if it's wrong. It's your life. It's your talent. It's your gift. Hey, you do you with your gift and your talent. Don't want to dumb you down because that's all they do. That's all they do. Let me finish off that story with our teacher. So he gave a bunch of other equations on the board, maths equations on the board to do. And I was like, what the fuck does any of this have to do with plumbing? We already know measurements. That's all we need. Right? But quite frankly, maths does have a lot to do with it. We just didn't reach that level that he was displaying on the board yet. And that was okay. But yet again, he brought those equations to the table to make us feel like we don't know shit. Doubting our capabilities though. We figured that shit out. So as he laid it out on the board, I know we had us to write it down and then solve it for ourselves. I solved the equations, all of them, and I finished in two flying colors. And as I finished solving the equations, I actually even cheated a little bit too. I asked my buddy next to me, hey, what's the answer for this one? I don't know that. Because it's okay to say you don't know something. I don't know everything. I know that. That's why I'm always open-minded and willing to learn. I'm always open to learning from others. You dig? So my buddy next to me was like, is the answer for that one here? Well, stick there. Boom, get you. Right? Moving forward, you know, he was ready to start correcting. And knowing this guy, I knew he was going to do some bullshit. So before he did his bullshit, I corrected all my answers. I said, correct. Right down the line, everything correct. And then I put wrong. Tell you all, I'm a comedian. My life's like a movie. And as he was correcting it, hey, first answer was correct. I was like, alright, let's see. Thought you was gonna say it's wrong. Second answer was correct. I was like, alright, no scene. I thought you was gonna say that one was wrong too. Because I put a tick and a X by all of them, by the way. Just in case you decided to say wrong. Third answer came. Correct again. Coming down, shedding along now, straight down to the last two answers. Ninth answer, he was like, it's wrong. I was like, I see. Why is it wrong? So, we put him on pause and I asked a question. I said, so how it wrong? So he gave a breakdown for how it was wrong. And that breakdown didn't make sense to me. The maths wasn't mathsing again. And so I called him out for it. I said, that shit ain't making sense. I said, I don't care what you say. My answers are correct. And you watch, man. He like, you telling the validator that he wrong? I say, yeah. I say, wrong. Good thing our teacher was there. And he stepped in. And he was like, actually, you what, sir? Ooh. Slow motion this side. Mmm. Slow motion this side. Mmm. That just showed me yet again how much that motherfucker was trying to dumb us down. He was trying so hard to dumb us down that he made up answers. He made up shit to make us feel like shit. But our teacher's OG in the game too. You old school. You old soul. You one of the old guys. So he stepped in on that shit. Not my team. He defended us. Our teacher stood up for us. You could have sat there and just watched as that guy was trying to manipulate us. But no, he stepped in. That's a real teacher. That's a real teacher, my friends. Moral of the story is, even the validators in the system out there that are quote unquote higher than us don't know shit. Don't trust them. No, definitely don't trust them with your word. Because they don't know shit. They think they know. Or they know they don't know. Or is it that they just want to keep on top? See, the thing with it is, a lot of people believe that they know the best way of doing things. No one person knows the best way of doing things. No, that's why we all have our own minds. That's why we all have free will to be who we are, to live our lives, to embrace who we are. This is why we all have our own uniqueness. This is why we all have specific gifts and talents to us, to express that, to use that, to utilize that, to give a contribution to the whole, my friends, collectively. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about what you do with your gifts. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about what you do with your life, what you do with yourself. What matters the most is, what do you think about your life? What do you think about yourself? Are you going to allow someone else to validate your life for you and tell you what you should and should not be doing, or can and cannot be doing? Suppressing you? Stressing you out? Not up in here. Not up in here. Period. Not up in here. Yes, let's talk about our healthcare system. I ain't done. Y'all thought I was finished with just that one? With just mathematics? You thought I was finished? Nah. I'm moving into holistic healthcare. I know so many people who went into wanting to be a doctor because they wanted to help people. They studied in universities. They studied in the big schools, the big shot schools, to learn about, holistic health, how to help heal, people. How can they help people? Because they have genuine care for people, But then go into that system, and that system teaches them corrupted, untruthful ways, lies, and deceiving them, indoctrinating them. And then they go in to that system. Someone comes with a sickness, with a disease, and they just give them a medication for it. They just prescribe them, hey, there's a medication that will help you. Because the computer tell them so. Just punch it on the computer. There's a medication for that. The individual goes home, uses the medication, suppresses the issue for a little bit, and then they need to go back for more medication. And so it keeps going on and 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 on. And the sickness and the disease never leaves. Because the pill is just an anti-suppression, it's just a drug. Hence why a lot of people are using drugs out there, even to numb their feelings, to numb their traumas, to numb their pain, alcohol, weed, etc., etc. It's a drug. That's why they call it a drugstore. It's not there to help you. It's only there to suppress whatever it is that you're going through. It's not there to heal you. It's only a temporary soother. And the longer you use that, the more your body becomes dependent on that. Hence why a lot of people find themselves never being truly healed. Real doctors, though, who actually realize that they're not actually helping people, are speaking up now and nowadays, saying that the system is corrupted. None of the medication that they're actually giving people is helpful. Hence, where do you all think that they get so much of the ingredients to make these medications from? They take it from plants more, because they get it from plants. Plants is where they get it from. Nowhere else but plants. See, but a lot of people not using their common sense. Not. They're only banking on, the system to tell them everything. Hey, I love reading. I read. I don't read every day. But not everything you get in a book. Not everything. True healing is not in a pill, my friend. True healing, if you really want to start healing diseases, gotta be taking care of your body. All diseases are caused by inflammation and mucus. Overload of mucus, inflammation in your body causes diseases. It starts as an irritation first. It starts as small as just a pain. And that, my friend, if it's not dealt with, is what causes the inflammation to, spread. I'm not just talking about like if you get a cut or a bruise and you get a little oozy cut. No, I'm talking about bacteria being created within your body from eating unhealthy. This is what I'm talking about. Over time, what that does, it develops inflammation, which then turns into a disease. Hence why we have people with diabetes. Hence why we have people with high blood pressure. Hence why we have people with cancer, and they say that there's no cure for cancer. Bullshit. Hence why we have people with things like gallstones, because yet again, their gut's in a mess, consuming too much dairy, consuming too much animal products. But then they want to tell people, hey, I'm only eating this way because it's all I know. Or for those of you out there, building muscle and shit, I need to eat meat for protein. Hey, so I can be strong. I got a question for you. Does a rhino eat beef to get its protein, or chicken to get its protein? Consume eggs to get its protein? Does a gorilla eat beef to get its protein, chicken to get its protein, or goat, whatever it is that meat that people eat out there for protein? Does a panda that is very fat, sits eating bamboo all day, eat beef or any type of artificial meat to get its protein? I don't know the common sense behind that. Like, how are they so big and they're not eating meat? But yet so the system have taught us that we need to eat meat to get protein. We need to eat meat to build muscle. Well, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. Common sense to some people out there, not common. It's like I said yesterday, we're dealing with 40-year-old, 2-year-olds who think they know, but they ain't know shit. and then they pretend to know. Pretending. Faking it for the media, faking it for TikTok, faking it for Instagram. I am the commander. Get your facts right. Knowledge is power. Yes. You can only give information that is at hand at that point of time. The truth of now is the truth of now. This is based on the information that I have at this point of time. And I'm open for someone else to correct this information. If you all can find a truth that's higher than the truth, I'd love to see you all try. Just like I said, I am the truth. I don't care what nobody think about that. I'm the embodiment of the living truth in the living flesh. He thinks he's all on top. He thinks yes, I'm special. And I don't need anybody to tell me that I am. So I say to you, you don't need anybody to tell you that you're special. No. Be who you are. Unapologetically too. Say to yourself, I am the truth. You gotta say that to yourself and embody that and live your truth, because this is what I do every day. I live my truth. This is why I can say these things freely, because I don't talk this, I live this. Too much talk is out there talking about shrinking your weak points. Shrink your weak points. You know what I'm saying? But when push come to shove for them to shrink their weak points, they're running like a old scared bitch, pussing out. I don't wanna do it. Crying like a 2-year-old. Boy, oh boy. But it is what it is. Moral of the story is, be your own validator. Be your own boss. Take information from others. Learn from others. Always have a mentor. Always have someone that you are learning from, and take more knowledge. But know that you should always have the last say of what you choose for yourself. Whatever you're doing in your life is for you, nobody else. You, only you. You need to trust your decisions that you make for your life, that you make for yourself. And move into the unknown. Have faith and trust that you have made the right decision. Just believe in yourself, regardless of what anybody think about you. Regardless, be your own validator. Yeah, be your own boss. It's like I say to you guys, I'll only inspire you guys to be your best version. I'll only inspire you guys to embrace who you are. But I'm speaking my truth. Whoever gets triggered by it, I don't care. I really don't. Because I can't be anyone else other than myself. And I'm not going to wear a mask to fake something for somebody, when to me it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to lie and tell you that it does. It doesn't. It doesn't. That's just me. I'm real. You can handle my realness, say kudos to you. I appreciate you. Because not everybody can handle my realness. The realer I become, the more alone I become. This is why I'm alone. Because not much people can handle my realness. I have one person in my life right now that's taking my realness on head on. And they're not even in my space. Now, he in the UK, and I am here in Trinidad. 1,000 miles away. But he can handle my realness. My only one true friend. My mentor. Telepathically connected. I listen to no one else. Nope. So, you know to say it on my friends. Know thyself. Know who you are. Be your own validator. Be your own boss. You. Yeah, you. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. And hey, grand rising everybody. The sun has just risen. I'm gonna upload this message bright and early today. And if you've made it down this far in this message, you stay tuned to this message, damn, you got a good attention span. 40 minutes in, you got a great attention span. Keep going, keep up that consistency. Keep filling your mind with knowledge that will help build you, that will help motivate you. Always be open-minded. But like I say, it's always up to you. You gotta be your own validator. All the time. Tap that like button. Share this. Someone else out there needs to hear this. Have a beautiful, wonderful, magical day. I'm out. Until tomorrow.